Alright, what's up guys? Matthew Jinks here, and this time we're going to go over playing some of the rudiments that I've demonstrated for the young drummers. And again, this is for, the young drummers, like, ages, 3 and up, I like to say, that can really play, but they're still working on learning how to read and write. So where they're just born with the natural gift of drumming. So so I'm just going to demonstrate how to use some of the things they've learned and things I've seen them play really into some beats. Okay, so we've gone over like accents, single strokes, and double strokes, things like that. So ways you can learn those, put those into beats and some fills. So I always like to just start out with a simple beat or simple like funky groove. All right, so if you got something like this, okay, so a few things going on in that groove there. One, I'm doing kind of like an accent tap pattern on the hi-hat instead of playing it all like that. Okay, so the reason for that is when you do it like this, it just gives a little more clarity to it, and it makes it feel better, and it makes it for the listener more obvious where the beat is, where the tempo is, and more importantly where the beat is, because they can latch on to this. If you're doing this, that's a straight constant sound, and then you add all this other stuff that you're doing, it just makes it really busy sounding. So when you kind of simplify it and do that, it just makes it easier to listen to. Okay, so then, every now and then I would throw in one of those threes that we talked about doing. It's just as easy to do it on your hi-hat as it is to do it, on your snare drum or any other surface. Okay? Depending on the tempo that you're moving at. All right, so. And usually when I'm doing it with the snare drum hit. Or with the bass drum. Do it with the snare drum or with the bass drum. It just makes it, I don't know, stand out a little bit better when you're accenting it with another either bass drum or snare drum. You can hear those like little drags, roughs all doing there. So my snare drum is pretty tight, head's pretty tight, and it's a smooth, it's called a suede head. So it's not coated at all, but it's not exactly like these. All right, it's just suede. So it's really articulate, but it's got a soft sound to it. So, but if you had a white coated head, it would have a little bit of a softer sound, a little more gritty sounding. Um, so I have to be careful and be very articulate of how I play it. So it's going to sound different on, other drum heads. But I like it that way. Sometimes I'll play stuff like when I'm doing like solo stuff. I can get pretty fast. So when I'm playing slower, I have to be really careful and kind of slur it, so it kind of drags out and kind of lingers, so the sound connects, to everything else going around it. Single stroke roll. Something's always kind of moving back and forth. And I play matchstick for acoustic grip all the time, but if you were playing match, it'd be the same thing. You just want to pop out that rim shot on 2 and 4. You don't have to hit it really hard. If all of your other notes, like I was saying when we were doing the tap and accent video, if you keep your taps low and soft, like down here, you could still hear them. Then you don't have to, do like an earth-shattering kaboom on your accents. You don't have to hit home run accents all the time. You just pop your wrist and squeeze with your fingers, and that accent seems very loud, plenty loud enough. Got to learn to, hit it in the right spot. You don't have to pull it back at all. You're just doing everything in the same spot. All your drags are in there. Your regular snare drums are there. And then when you run a rim shot, you just kind of drop that thing straight down. And do a little squeeze with your fingers and pop your wrist. And you got a nice loud snare drum sound. Nice good loud crack to it. I know you guys understand opening your hi-hat. Anytime you open your hi-hat, lift your foot up and your hand's going down. If you're doing it with a bass drum note, when one foot goes down, the other one comes up at the same time. Or if you're opening into a bass drum note or before a bass drum note and closing at the same time, both feet come up together and go down together. Now, if you're playing 16th note rhythms, so now you want that same crack and pop. Now you got to teach your right hand how to do that. So if you have like these Vic First 6 are really cool, like where the writing is, where that V is, that's kind of where I always want to hit the rim. You know, always make sure your thumb is on, you know, mostly on top of the stick, your thumb and your first finger, and just drive it right into the drum. On the snare drum, and all of a sudden that beat sounds just as interesting or even more interesting as it did when I had my left hand on the snare drum. Option of opening hi-hat notes on your left hand, accenting them like that, with or without the bass drum. You almost can't make up your mind fast enough. Okay, so then you heard me doing there all those single stroke things. But in order to do the snare drum, on 2 and 4, you have to do a double. So that lick is very versatile. And you could go between doing doubles and into singles. You know, so once you get a hold of that, or you know, get good at making up your mind what you're going to do, you could do it drags, singles, diddles. Quick lick at the end. Or do it the other way, fancy at the beginning, and simple at the end. So, don't forget your crossovers. That's another video. Alright? So, have fun with all that, and we'll see you next time. Keep drumming.